we should be live
Are
again.
we
I
live?
don't know.
Is it live?
Don't know what happened there. Don't
It's
know.
live.
Do not know what happened at all. I can't say that it was specifically my computer because my TV did disconnect from the internet for a second, but again, it was like I have two connections from the same router, and it was saying one, and it shouldn't, if the internet goes completely out, it shouldn't say any of the connections, and it was saying one of the connections. It was very fucking weird.
Oh, the internet. It's gonna kill us all.
Oh, it definitely will be the death of us all. And I'm going to assume it's for the best, because we were, what were we discussing before we got interrupted?
I don't remember.
I was on a roll. I don't know how much of that made it through. I'm very disappointed. But there's a video we gotta finish. I almost got away with it. But I ain't gonna go out like that. I'm sticking to the rules. I can actually get it off the fucking... I can get it off the fucking playlist after this.
Throw your paws up.
Fucking...
What are you talking about? This is a staple.
Single furries, all the single.
Oh, I have the power. This is not a keeper. This is no furries. Unfortunately, how long have we been streaming? Yeah, I can say this. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to old yeller this one.
Old yeller?
Yep, it's got a little foam at the mouth that I don't like.
Oh.
Furries, all the single furries. Now put your paws up. If you liked it, then you should have put a leash on it. If you liked it, then you should have put a leash on it. Don't be mad once you see that they want it. If you liked it, then you should have put a leash on it. If you liked it, then you should have put a leash on it. If you liked it, then you should have put a leash on it. Don't be mad once you see that they want it. If you liked it, then you should have put a leash on it.
Triangle.
Yeah, this is gonna make it a hit. Yeah. Again. I think it's gonna replace dubstep.
Ayo, look at them furries. Aren't they
If only that triangle bit was on something else.
Hey.
But it's not. So it's disqualified. Again, this video is disqualified from the fucking... I am disqualifying it from the outro. How long did we stream, by the way? I gotta see that.
I think at least 2 hours. I know that last call was like at 1 hour and 56. I don't know how much of that was us streaming.
We streamed for an hour and 54 minutes.
50 schmo.
Alright. So, just needed to know to see what we're gonna get into.
Ooh. Oh, good. I thought you were. I couldn't tell if you meant your old yeller and this the whole thing.
No, I'm not all yellering the stream. Nah,
I'm like, damn, the furry video was that powerful.
Nah, but the definitely not staying on the playlist. It's definitely not staying on the playlist.
I thought I nuked it.
Nah. The furries won't ever have that kind of power over me. I will state that now. Again,
Don't let the furries
it's
ever
not
bring you
like
down.
it's not like I wouldn't have a furry friend or anything like that, but they definitely do have to just live with the fact that I pick and make fun of them for the rest of their lives if they want to be my friend.
I ain't saying I won't hang out with them, but I ain't leaving them alone with my dog.
Well, no, of course not. Because it's slippery
I'm not saying
slope.
they're gonna do anything. I'm
What's
just
with
saying
these mysterious
I'm not putting them in
stairs?
that situation.
Why didn't we take off the mysterious stairs? What's with these mysterious stairs?
I feel like the mysterious stairs might be a staple in their own right.
I completely fucking forget.
No, most of our enjoyment was not even really from the actual stairs. It was from our own lore that we added.
Hey, it was crucial. The fucking lore that we added is fucking crucial. People need to know how to avoid Mr. Bojangles when they out in the woods. It's dangerous. It's fucking dangerous. He's got the stairs moving around and shit. You gotta be pissing on top of them. Remember, piss off the top of the stairs. If you see a fucking set of mysterious stairs in the woods, go, oh, I'm climbing these stairs and I'm gonna piss off them. Just
Unless
piss.
they're upside down, and also, please, for the love of God, don't,
If
come on the stairs.
if
Don't
they're
come on the
upset,
stairs.
don't come on the stairs because we gotta smoke on the stairs. Come on,
It gets
now.
slippery, and then people start slipping on the
They
stairs.
don't get slippery. It gets sticky. Don't go there. It gets sticky. Don't try that. It gets all sticky because it's.
It depends.
Some-
It depends
some
on
of
the
the-
type of day because of like the different types of molds and mosses.
It depends because some of these stairs got shag on it. Okay, you don't want sticky shag.
Well, if it's the shag stairs, then of course. But I'm just saying on those stone stairs, you coming on there, and and then it rains, that just becomes slippery slime.
Well, the fucking the stone stairs. Why? Who's coming on the stone stairs? Who's coming on
There's-
concrete stairs?
That was the stairs I was talking about when we were talking about those stairs that they're showing. You know, your vanilla stairs.
The vanilla
Bring it
stairs. I ain't fucking. Those aren't vanilla stairs. Those are dangerous stairs. I always couldn't fucking stand those stairs. The fucking literally it's not even steps. It's literally just a slab that has different levels etched into it. Like that shit's dangerous. That shit's dangerous. You fucking
Yeah, concrete, like a concrete ass stairs.
You fucking. I'm talking about the weird fucking stairs that look like stairs that's supposed to be in a house.
I have those now, but then I used to also have the type of stairs where it's on a metal railing and then it has individual little wooden boards.
Oh, that's different. That's different.
And then, but I'd always hate it because like the actual under part of under the board, there's nothing under it. So if you like accidentally tripped your foot under there, it would just like make you fall like kind of like through the stair.
Brick steps are different than what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, it's like legitly just like a slab of concrete.
Yeah. I was talking about those two, and then I'll just talk about some other stairs I had that sucked. They're like spiraled wooden ones.
Fucking, I would never understand the fucking spiral. Why do you want a spiral staircase? Why the fuck do you want a spiral staircase? Oh, what's this mysterious spiral that appeared over fucking the night sky?
Those are shin
over
busters,
Hawaii?
man. That's what I was saying, because it was like literally just a board, like a wooden board, and there's nothing behind it or anything. It was just like loose. Like that was just the behind of the stairs. That was like there's nothing there. So your like the whole leg could just like fall through if you go up them wrong.
I like how you didn't even notice my segue. Didn't even notice my segue.
Oh, it's because I wasn't on the stream anymore. One second.
But yeah, fucking. Oh yeah, I gotta share this with you. Hold on. Let me fucking. I wasn't sharing it with you either. Fucking.
Oh no! Oh no!
You didn't. No.
Okay,
Fucking,
I
there you
banished
go.
them.
I'm
I
also
banished them
sharing
back to
the.
their respective
But yeah,
realms.
yeah. Why would you want a spiral
Back,
staircase? And why would you want a spiral in the fucking night sky of over Hawaii? There was a fucking mysterious spiral over the night sky in Hawaii, apparently.
oh,
I have no idea when
did
I
I?
added this. This is quite old video. This is quite old. This was video. What number was this? What number was this?
Oh shit!
Give
It's
me
Sonichu.
not Sonic Chew. I
The merge worked.
man, it wouldn't. Gino Samuel fucking broke my heart. Fucking since we brought
Who?
it up. Gino Samuel, the dude that does the Christian documentary. He
Oh no,
broke
did
my
he
heart,
do something
man.
now?
And, man, it was an April
All he had to do was
Fool's-
just sit in his house and do his damn Christian things.
No, he didn't. He didn't do nothing nefarious or nothing, but he did do something that broke my heart. He did do something. He posted a video on April Fool's. It was it's not legitimately, of course, it was an April Fool's joke, but he posted the quote unquote final episode of the Christian documentary, and he had it to where he completely did it to where like he got great AI. To be honest, we should probably just watch the video, but he has it to where like the ending of Christian isn't the ending that we're gonna get. It's like where they just for some reason just drop all the fantasies, and they have reassignment surgery, and they stay away from the internet, and they like have a happy ending, like as an April Fool's joke, and it just the video broke my heart because it's like, damn, I know for a fact none of this is true, none of this happened. Like some people fell for it. Some people was like, oh shit, I didn't know this was actually how it ended. It's like, no man, why do the comments gotta be like that?
It would have also been funnier that he did to have like Liquid Chris come out and like pick up Christine like as a bride and like carry her up the stairs. That's the end.
But
they can be married. They can merge.
I don't know where he got it from, but he did have a deep fake AI interviews of Chris Chan made up to where like they sound super fucking normal, and it breaks my heart because it's like, man, if only there was a slight possibility that's how it could have ended, but the internet just was not gonna would never, to this day, the internet's never gonna let Chris Chan is owned by the internet, and they're gonna have to accept that fact for the rest of their life, unfortunately. Like that's one
the
thing.
internet's bitch.
Like nobody is gonna be able to say, like, it is the unfortunate, like, we just have to watch as this individual is owned by everybody, by
Watching horror.
everybody. Literally everybody that's connected to the internet owns this person, and they're not even aware of it. Like this every aspect of this person's life has been completely owned by you, and all it takes is you just looking into it for you just to be able to manipulate it. Like, all you have to do is fucking be able to talk to Chris Chan, which is not hard at all, especially now that they're out of jail. It is not hard at all to get in contact with them and just like completely be their whole existence. Like they will just talk to you and be a part of your life for as long as you'll string them along. Like you will have to feed into their weird. It's like you can't try to fix them. There's no, like, it's too much like that. But if you just want some entertainment, I mean, they're there. I mean, it's the best they're good for now. They're out of jail, and it's looking like they're gonna get time served. It's not looking good because they're getting. I'm fucking getting
So
sick.
I wonder what's gonna happen, if they're just gonna wind up in a halfway house, or if they're just gonna end up on the street.
No, the internet's not gonna allow that. The quickie farms, they have too many supporters to allow that. There's still people that defend Chris Chan's actions to this day, especially.
Oh shit! You think someone's gonna like get someone to live with them? There's gonna be someone that's gonna sweep them up like
I
that.
wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being an Andy Dick situation, where
Oh
they
shit!
cannot leave the house. Like they will be the source of content.
The Chris Chan saga just begins.
Oh yeah, it's not over. There's not an ending.
Chris Chan GT.
Because they were able to get out and they're getting the fucking. It's looking like I'm so sick of fucking judges. I understand autistic people should be judged differently, but if the same fucking autistic person comes in front of you 10 times, they know what the fuck they. Come on now, come on, like, you can only go so far. You get There's got to be a limit. You gotta be a limit, and they have been in court so many times for assault and just aggravated assault, just so many fucking times, and it's and they guess how many I think they've been charged like twice, and they literally gotten slapped on the wrist. It's literally fines. It's not even they don't even get like community service or mandatory therapy or anything like that.
Sorry, Judge, I won't do it again.
They didn't even do that. They didn't even do that. Chris Chan has a bad habit of just whining and being childish in court to the point where the judge is like, I can't really judge you as an adult because you're not an adult. It's like, no, they've learned that this is how they get away with doing the behavior they're doing, is acting like a child. Like, do you know how many criminals would act like a child if they just realized the judge would be so much more lenient? You just have to act like a 5-year-old, and the judge automatically treats you like a 5-year-old. You have to be okay that's the problem, though. You have to be okay with a judge treating you. A judge already treats other adults.
I feel like it's more
children.
instinctual for Chris Chan, though.
It might be for somebody like Chris Chan. Again, that's what I was about to state, though.
Because of how they're raised, I think that's just their own world, so that's just how they naturally react,
to really
and that's the
get away
natural
with it,
benefit they get from.
You have to be okay with being berated like a 5-year-old by a judge, and that's going to be brutal because a judge is already going to berate you like a child, and if they're an adult if they're going to berate an adult like a child, imagine how they're going to berate an adult that they believe has the mindset of a child.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly like how Chris Chan's dad would berate them, just you gotta get that stuff off the internet.
I don't care, you fucking get it off. It's like, no, it's just because you said that, it's never leaving anymore. You just clean your house. Just clean your fucking house. Like, I hate that it never gets clean either. It's never in an acceptable state. It is always at the point where it's like, you really don't even need animals, man. You don't need animals. Your environment. But let's look at this spiral. I done pulled up this video. if this is
Uh,
real, it kind of looks like we just witnessed like a universe or a galaxy. I mean, that was close enough to where we witnessed it be birthed, or
I can't see anything
in
because of
like
the
the
head.
that my head.
I was looking at the wrong thing.
You get a you look at the
My phone
fucking.
went to sleep. I didn't know.
I'm
Okay.
sharing it with you. I'm sharing it. It's no excuse. I'm sharing it with you. Why are you looking at my head? But fuck yeah, that's my theory. Is like it's a universe that's close enough that
I
we
know
we
it's
just
visible
witness
to
its
see them
birth. We just witness it
see
birth.
them like fizzle out.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we're able to actually see them form too, because it looks like there's like
Damn, to have a clear enough sky to see stars like this. I still
yeah,
haven't really
that's
seen stars like this.
yeah, that would be fucking
Even in the
amazing.
rural parts that I went up here, it's still like the fucking city's fucking light
Yeah, it's
pollution still seeps through.
yeah, it would be amazing. But yeah, I
Amazing.
honestly that is my theory. Is this is a galaxy that was close enough for us to see its formation, just like how it has a before it forms, it has like a sudden like something like two things collided together, and there's like an offshoot of debris. You'll see, you'll see.
Oh, except whenever I watch it on here, it's so laggy that I can't see any details like that. Is it this moving thing? Yeah, yeah. That was the thing I was seeing moving, right? Hmm. That was what was making the little spiral. Oh.
Hold on. See that's the initial. That was the initial.
The way this is moving is really strange. Like, imagine if that was the universe, it'd be spinning like so far across, like even just like going that down that small amount. Like, I've never seen that. Usually, it's just like in one spot. You see. Mm. Hmm. Okay.
Was you able to see that? Like how it started from the back, but then it spiraled into itself from the front?
Go back a little bit, just like right at that point.
Fucking. Fucking YouTube. Okay. A little bit further. Okay, yeah, here it is. Here it is. It's a fucking 1 minute clip, and you can't fucking load the goddamn clip. The fuck is wrong with you, YouTube? Swear to fucking God.
Boob tube.
Like, it's.
Boob
And I hate
tube.
how it's like, it seems to be getting worse with the more we stream. It's like the more we stream, the more YouTube just makes us less and less priority. So we get less and less fucking resources, data to fucking actually use, and we struggle and fucking lag and shit.
And they were too dangerous. We're too powerful for them to let us take off.
Yeah. But let's fucking try to.
YouTube's been trying to plan. It's probably been trying to plan out how it's gonna run its own cult.
Oh yeah, and we can't be stomping on its toes. Let's see if we can see this though. But it definitely starts from the whatever's going on. It definitely starts from the back and it pulls into itself. That's why I think it's a galaxy. It's because I think it's got its own gravitational pull that it's working with.
Yeah, damn it. I see what you mean though, but mhm. Yeah. Which also this probably like happened a long time ago and we're in a relative sense. Well, I meant by the time we could see it.
God damn it. And now
I like
it's
this.
fucking YouTube. Now, how is YouTube doing that? YouTube's starting to mute me now. The fuck,
Oh shit.
YouTube? I didn't even press my button.
Oh shit. We fucking
wasn't-
said they're trying to make a cult. They're trying to silence us.
What the fuck? Like, I didn't. Like,
Oh,
how
they're
are
our
they
top.
even in my OBS? Get out of my
They're
OBS,
our top
you sons
enemy
of
now.
bitches.
Top enemy
Someone's
now.
fucking with me. Someone's fucking with me. But
And I thought the
yeah,
Moonies were gonna be the biggest problem.
that is definitely my theory. Is that it's a galaxy, and what we're seeing is the light. Because of the gravity, we can see it because the gravity's still there. But once the light escapes that gravitational pull, because it's going to, it disappears. I'm gonna rewind it so we can try to fucking see it again. Hopefully, YouTube will allow us to see it.
Would be wild to see if you're just like sitting out outside.
It even became Milky Way sheen. Like, you can tell that's legitly just Milky Way sheen. So that's cool. That's cool that was caught on camera.
What does the comment say? I wonder what they think it is.
Fucking if they're even turned
the
on.
aliens number one.
The night sky above Hawaii is jaw-dropping. Awesome. You can see the colors of the Milky Way unlike anywhere else on Earth. Spectacular. Thank you. I love the thought of being somewhere where there's not a lot of city lights, so you can see all the movements in the sky. But to tell you the truth, when I went out to a rural place and seeing this, I can't decipher what is natural and what is unnatural, because when I'm in the city, when I finally see something, it is crazy and unexplainable. Definitely from the SpaceX launch, when the rocket second or first phase is adjusting its position and is in the sunlight, the pulse.
Was there a launch
gas.
around this time? Then why does it say if they're calling this a mystery and there was a launch when this happened?
This is CBS News. This is CBS
Oh,
News.
wait.
They're calling it a mysterious whirlpool.
The whirlpool. It's an alien whirlpool.
Some scientists, in the description, they do state, some scientists speculate it could be related to a SpaceX satellite launch earlier in the day.
It might be related to, I don't
satellite.
know, some things that we launched into space that you might be seeing in space. Guys, motherfuckers, they gaslit us when they said, "Oh, this is unexplained." So when you have something on the news that says something's unexplained, then I'm gonna assume that means
That
there
it's
wasn't.
unexplained.
I don't know, a space launch.
Hey, but that is what scientists are speculating. Just because scientists are speculating, that doesn't mean that's what it's. That they can't confirm that that's what it is. And I would like to think that we just saw a galaxy form. Isn't that so much cooler than a fucking satellite? Like, it doesn't matter what, truth is relative, okay? Alright?
I mean, definitely is nowadays, huh? Ayo.
It's on how you perceive it, okay? So if you want it to be a fucking SpaceX launch, it can be a SpaceX launch. If you want it to be a fucking galaxy forming, it can be a galaxy forming. Nobody can prove you wrong, and it is their problem to prove you wrong. You ain't got to prove yourself wrong. Why in the fuck you got to prove yourself wrong? Come
Can
on,
it be an
man.
elder god, like, squiggling about?
It could be, if you want it to be. If you want it to be an eldritch god, it could be that. It could be that. I mean, it could be whatever your imagination wants it to be. That's the power of individualism, and the fact that you don't have to prove anything. They just have to prove you wrong. And let's face it, it's a lot harder to prove you wrong than it is to have to prove yourself right.
Ooh.
Because proving yourself right, you just go, oh, it's because I said so. And if to prove you're wrong, you gotta actually have, like, factual evidence and, like, hard pictures and video. Basically, you have to have a video of the space launch of the actual rocket, like, shooting its fuel out and everything.
Sure.
Oh, fucking individualism. Believe in what you want to believe.
That's individualism.
This lesson,
Delusion.
this lesson is $5.99, by the way. If you
gotta pay us, yeah.
You gotta pay us for this fucking lesson. This ain't free now. This ain't free. Even if you say you understand what we're saying, I am the only authority that says you can understand. I am the only authority. If I'm wrong, on that, where's your proof? Where's your proof?
Also, I'd like to
clarify
too. Anytime I speak against the ways, I do it as a way to to aid your lesson.
it's a learning it's a part of the learning
I
experience.
play the
I
devil.
say the devil's advocates. There's always got to be
Yes.
one.
We
There's
but
always
yeah,
got to
that's why
be.
we always gotta always one of us.
Yep, always. It's always got to be one of us. Usually, though, you don't take the harsh devil advocates. I'm usually the one that has to settle like the Nazi versus Crusader argument.
Defending,
I,
having to defend the crusade.
yes. the the last group of individuals that I would care to, because they're all like, no matter what kind, if you're a Muslim, Crusader, Jewish, Christian, Catholic, well, Christian and Catholic were the same thing, but you get what I mean. Like, no matter what kind of Crusader you was, you're still a religious zealot that really shouldn't have any kind of authority whatsoever.
Yeah.
But they're not as... Still wasn't as bad as the Nazis.
Yeah, I was never saying that they're worse. I was just saying that their ideologies
I
are
do...
built on each other.
Their ideologies are similar, but only because one group stole their ideology from the other group. That's the only reason why. That is the fact that I wanted to get out there. That is the one point that I wanted to make clear, is the only reason why there was any kind of symbolism or similarities between the two groups is because the Nazis stole the goddamn similarities.
True. But also gonna say that,
Because
you
the
know,
Nazi party was actually supposed to be secular. That is one is
yeah,
one thing. It was supposed to be a secular party that just so happened to believe in Thor.
not even that. Like Hitler didn't even play around with that. That was mainly like Himmler's circle that really did that. Then there was like many of
But
them that
that was
participated
still
in the Middle East that were like Islam.
that was still a giant part of they were like a huge influence of that party.
Yeah, because I mean, like even if they didn't believe in it, they supported the Germanic symbolism of that being like a heritage thing. Though Himmler, I think Himmler played a lot more with like occult and stuff.
Well, it's not the cult of Odin, but there is a cult of Odin that highly specified, like the sagas strangely make skin color an ordeal, like that it's a major problem. Like dark elves, are usually... we have to point this out. Like, the whole dark elves in the saga is literally just allegory for Africa and how Scandinavia saw that place. If you don't
Yeah.
know, Scandinavian lore is Midgard had was made from a corpse, and this corpse developed maggots, and these maggots they burrowed into the ground underneath Midgard, but underneath Scandinavia, what's underneath Scandinavia, and they developed into dwarf like dark skinish. They don't dwarf for Scandinavians. They weren't short people. They were more like... It was more to... It's hard to say, like, they weren't big. It was a burly... It was more definition for burly. It was basically another word for burly. Was that... And that's what they were... They derived from maggots, from... That they derived from maggot. And then that's totally just somebody going Africa... and the African people are just descendants of the disgusting maggots that our beautiful culture was came from. I do have to point that out. Like, that there's no denying that. Like, they would not have... They do not in any other of the sagas, if it includes the Jotuns or anything, skin color is never brought up. But when it comes to dealing with the dark elves and the dwarves, it's always brought up. It is always, they always make sure to describe the dwarf individual or the, and I'm not talking about little, I gotta make that distinction. When I'm saying dwarf now, I'm talking the Scandinavian dwarf. Scandinavian dwarfs weren't short. That, again, it's another definition, it's another word for, it was basically mistranslation. It's basically a burly individual. It's a person that, it's a person that looks like they permanently live in a blacksmith, like they look like a blacksmith that's constantly dealing with coal and everything. It's a whole, but it's the whole race. Is basically, it's how they were describing them, and that's where they got most of the white power from. Was you're supposed to be better than the dwarves. You're supposed to be better than the dark elves, and it's just allegory for Africa.
Yeah, I would definitely say that you can take it out of there, but you can't deny that there wasn't any type of white power in the nature of Christianity of like the people and the stuff at the time of like how it sort of at least like supports the assimilation, total assimilation of cultures and stuff. That's all I meant.
No,
And that it had a lot of influence on, like, I don't know, because I mean, I'm just like
yeah, but
how a lot of people just how it was easy for people to turn against Jewish people of like the Christian hate for Jewish people. Like it's been around since before. Like
yeah, but
like
that's before it
I wouldn't
evolved
just put it
into
only on the Norse culture.
I'm not. It's not just the Norse cult. I'm not even trying to state where paganism, where most of the pagan sagas come from. That general area is what I should say. Not just Scandinavia, but just there are certain pagan sagas that are definitely just allegory for being racist. Like it's just justification for being racist. Like, it is because most of the sagas that if you read them, they're just describing the lands. They're just describing the landscape, the globe, like what the rivers and stuff that are actual rivers that existed, and you can always trace it back to an actual landmark or something. It's very, very rare that's pagan saga, like any of the pagan mythology stories are just 100% fictional. That there's always there's always something you can base it on. Like there's always a land. Like if there's a landmark that pops up in the sagas, there's always like the tree of it, like the world tree and everything. There is a tree you can go, and this was the tree that they thought was Egret. Like they thought this was the world tree and shit like that. There's a tree out there like that. There's definitive landmarks and stuff that you can go and see. And it's like, oh, this was where they fucking thought they held Loki for, where they, tied him to where they ripped his son's entrails and tied him to the 3 rocks with the snake dripping over them. There's a cave. They go, oh, this is the cave. And the Germans stole that too. They stole that too. They fucking found a spear and they was like, oh, this is the fucking spear that pierced Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to fucking make Hitler immortal. And it's like, well, fucking.
Yeah.
I should bring this up. Assassin's Creed fucking brought up a nice little conspiracy theory. Fucking that H was that the Hitler that we found was just a body double that he was supposed to kill, like to cover it up, and the war was just an experiment for a secret organization to test out some military weapons. It wasn't for anything else. Yep. That's from Assassin's Creed though. That's a little theory that I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. I didn't pay. I've never. It was a little side. I'm doing a semi 100% completion, and I've never really paid attention to any of the side content. And now that I am, it's like, oh shit, there's actually some like deep conspiracy lore going on here, because it is about two secret organizations battling out throughout history. Fucking that starts it canonically. It was supposed to start in the Third Crusade.
At the very least, I will argue that one part formula of Nazis, the other part formula of militaristic Christianity has mixed together into the type of Christian nationalism that we have now.
Yeah. And I'm stating if we were dealing with the Crusaders, we would not be. It would definitely be a completely different playing field. There would have been an opportunity. There would have been opportunity. We have to fucking state this. That yes, there was like 30 something crusades. I know there's like 8 numbered. There might 8 or 11 somewhere around there. 8 to 11 that are actually numbered, and there's a lot of offshoot ones. And there's some that literally just happened in like a country that there was between two factions. They really shouldn't be counted as crusades, but there are. I understand that the crusades, that there's a shit ton of them, and some of them that are counted as crusades shouldn't be, and some that should be counted as crusades aren't. I get that, but it's if we were dealing with the crusade, that there was a time before any of them started where the crusaders, the initial quote unquote aggressors, rolled up and was like, hey, this was our religion, you should be this religion. There was a time that at that point in time there was a little peaceful. You could have been peaceful. Unfortunately, the people they rolled up to was like, no, go fuck yourself. We're gonna fucking kill you for fucking even daring to try to convert us. And then they was like, well, if you ain't gonna convert and you're gonna be hostile like that, they had every right to be hostile, because it's not like they were 100% I'm not saying they were waging war as soon as they got it, but they definitely were aggressive with how they were. It was the Christian approach of, if you don't live like this, you're gonna go to fucking hell. You're gonna fucking burn for eternity. This is how you spoke to, and the Muslims was like, go fuck yourself. What the heck? Get out of my face. Get out of here. You want to be like that? Then you're gonna get aggression back. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. If you don't go fuck yourself, I'm gonna stab you. And they didn't go fuck themselves. So they got stabbed, and after they got stabbed, after getting warned that they were getting stabbed because they were being aggressive, they was like, oh, why'd the fuck you stab me? I'm gonna fuck you up now. Fucking holy war starts. And it is basically how it happened almost every time. There might have been a few times, there might have been 1 or 2 of them, because 33 wars, there has to be at least one where the Crusaders did pull up and was like, fuck you, we're not even going to give you a chance, we know you're going to say no, we're just going to kill you. That after 33, I'm going to say that probably happened on the 33rd one. The 33rd one probably was not even, probably shouldn't be called the last. I shouldn't even say just whatever the last crusade was. Probably shouldn't even.
The last crusade is one of the most notorious.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's what I'm saying. Like it should,
because they actually, many of them left shamed enough that that kind of had to stop at that point. That was the one, I believe, when they just basically like started devouring the people of the town when they were talking about the ceasefire, and they were like the leaders were actually in the meeting for like the ceasefire and stuff of like, like, okay, of them like the Muslims surrendering, like control of it, and then like the people just like the soldiers all just started like breaking out into the village and like houses and like beating people to death and eating them.
Yeah, See that's definitely from years of the back and forth of, oh, you should, but we're not going to. Oh, but you fucking should, so we're going to make you. Oh, you're not gonna fucking make us. Oh, yes, we are. No, you're not. And it just kept
And
on
mainly that
going
was
to the
also
point where it
because
was like, we don't even give a
things were
fuck
going
anymore.
bad.
Yeah, let's go.
Things were going bad at home for everyone else and I remember I'm pretty sure it was the last one that like one of
We
the
do
main
have to
reasons for that
mention
one was that it was a distraction
the Black
like for
Plague.
everybody.
The
Yeah.
Black Plague did not help
And to
the
keep
situation.
yeah. And also that's kind of the fucked up thing is that also like war actually kind of helped the Black Plague because it like killed so many people also that there actually wouldn't be as many spreads.
Yeah, and it would. There were some villages that would get completely isolated because of the war, so they didn't
Yeah.
even. Some of them never even
Quarantine.
saw the fucking plague. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but that's very rare. That was very rare. Your village, like, you got super fucking lucky. Your village didn't see the Black Plague. Yeah, like
Mhm.
at the most, yeah, that was, it was very rare. There's very rare cases where that happened. At the your best bet was your village caught the Black Plague, but
I forget there's
like
different kinds. I know there's a kind
yeah,
that you can survive.
yeah, but you got the kind that almost everybody survives, and like almost everybody pulls through. Might have been a couple of corpses had to be burned, but
You just had to cut them. You just had to cut them fucking like sores off. That's what that is like the people madly doing, like
see,
fucking
that's the
cutting
thing
off.
though. They wouldn't do it. Sometimes they, depending on the kind of sword, you didn't even touch the sword because they would burst open and that would cause
Oh
a
yeah.
problem. It all depends on the kind of plague. The bubonic plague was the worst. I think
Yeah.
that was the definitive Black Plague, and that
That was
shit,
the one that fucking like killed you in like what? Like wasn't it like almost in minutes or like in at least
it
within
can.
hours, right?
Yeah, it can. It can. It's like just a slow.
The,
What
when
the
it's got the
plague
fucking meat, the miasma.
it basically cooks you alive. It basically
Yeah.
what it does. It cooks you alive. It's basically what the plague does. Oh,
Hey, and it's alive and well in where I'm living.
hey, but isn't it only in animals right now?
It's on the fleas of prairie dogs, but somebody actually went there was a case of two people going messing with the fucking prairie dogs. They get the flea on them, and then they didn't get to the hospital in time. And then like when they got to the hospital, they were pretty much, oh, there's nothing we could do, and they just died.
Oh, but the fucking
Don't.
isn't that
That's why.
isn't that
That's why I fear for a certain someone if they ever saw a prairie dog. I'd be like, do not fucking approach fucking prairie dogs, man. They're
I
fucking deaf.
I've gotten close to them. I've seen the prairie dogs.
They're deaf. They didn't.
I've
They didn't
gotten
even
close
get.
to
You
'em.
don't even have to get that close
See,
enough
that's
for
the
like a flea to
problem.
jump off
Yeah,
into the grass.
I know,
It's the fleas. You
See,
can't
that's
see them.
I know exactly who you're talking about, and they are to blame for this behavior of mine. I have wholeheartedly. It's at the point where the only reason why I wouldn't it's I still have the naked tail. Like the naked tail still bothers me when it comes to possums and the rats, but I don't. I used to fucking can't. I used to can't hate possums with a passion. Now it's like fucking just keep your distance, man. Keep your distance, man. You
They will. They don't want to fuck with you at all because they literally can't do anything to defend themselves. All that they can do is go, and then if they get stressed enough, and it's not even something they do as a smart thing. They literally actually their body gets so stressed that they pass out.
It's not even a
They're-
reflex. It's just something that happens. Poor little
Yeah,
guy.
and they're actually still conscious and stuff, but it's like their body goes into a state of shock.
Yeah, you
It's a-
basically give him a panic attack.
That's why.
You fucking,
That's
I know
why.
exactly
That's why
how to-
placental mammals are. That's why it's like it's really bad for any placental mammal to go on Australia and stuff because we instantly like own all those little nerds. They're all little fucking softies over there, fucking non-placentals, except for the Tasmanian devil, but it's dying. It's unfortunately dying from a contagious strain of cancer.
Oh man,
It's like
that's
a bac it's like a contagious. I think it's a contagious bacteria infection that causes cancer in them.
that is fucking terrible. That is awful, man.
Poor Tasmanian devils. The
Oh yeah,
close relative of the Tasmanian tiger.
fucking. I would probably mistaken. I would probably go, oh look, that's a Tasmanian tiger, and you'd
Oh
go,
no,
oh
you'd
dumbass.
know.
Okay.
You'd know. You know, you've seen a Tasmanian devil, right? They're like the Wolverines of marsupials.
Again, I think I'm dumb enough to where I would be like, oh,
And they
that's a.
go, "Ah! Ah!" They like scream. They like tear the fucking shit out of
Oh, well,
you.
I know about the Tasmanian
They're
devil
they're
from
black and
Looney
white.
Tunes. I know
Oh
what the.
yeah, he doesn't look anything like a Tasmanian devil. That's the funny thing. All right, we might have to you might go into the search bar. You have to look up Tasmanian devil now.
That's fine. It's fine. It's not like we can really do anything with the. I keep.
Look up
We're next.
screaming
I keep
Tasmanian devil.
saying this. I keep saying this. Next stream, we're gonna do the. We're gonna look at the fucking. I would mistaken these guys for a badger. I would definitely mistaken these guys for a badger.
Is there any of them screaming?
Fucking.
Bite of the Tasmanian devil. I always like their noise though. They're very loud. They're very dramatic. They're aggressive as shit.
Fucking. Make sure everything's good to go. Think we're good to go. Oh, look at that. You can see some of the videos I've been watching.
Hey.
Fucking.
Daddy, daddy, cool.
He will shut up in your seat. Right, so I mentioned
Reminds me of a Chihuahua. That
It does.
definitely.
This is
Definitely
actually
gets.
the least shrill one. I've heard more better ones than this one.
I bet so, but this is definitely the reason why I call Chihuahuas little rats. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like I know rats don't do this behavior. But this is such little rat behavior.
I like how Louis actually does the thing that it's doing right now where he like kicks his leg back like it's like a bull about to charge. Goes,
Yeah, but it's not gonna do anything. It's literally moving backwards.
before when the devils come together and squabble, they come together and mouth each other. Now they do hit each other quite hard. So what I'm doing.
Damn, they got little teeth though.
Yeah, they do. They fucking do. But I wouldn't be surprised if someone has as a one as a pet. I
Mhm.
would not
Oh
be
yeah,
surprised.
you can make a pet of anything if you could try. Just maybe one day it might make a
If
snack out of you.
someone, if
He's got to accept
someone,
that.
if someone has a hippo, someone has.
Oh shit, there's someone does.
Yeah,
There's actually yeah.
fucking Carl Pilkington. It's fucking. He went and saw the hippo.
Did you see the helpo that they gave the little like the aroma treatments? Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the hippos are always really nice, like to their zookeepers at the zoos too, because I think they're very strong familial like bonds with them. But if you're out in the wild and they don't consider you family, then you're just a fucking punk ass bitch that's gonna get fucking chomped.
I still would be cautious with a hippo in
Oh,
my
yeah.
in my house, definitely, because it's too unpredictable. That there's a
What
lot of
about a pygmy
unpredictable.
hippo?
Isn't that the small ones?
Yeah,
Uh,
they have a different temperament too.
maybe it depends. It depends. I
I mean, they can still fucking crush you, but
if it could go outside, if it could mostly stay outside, if it mostly stayed outside, and if it like came in to like get affection and everything so often, then yeah. But it definitely would have to be trained to mostly stay outside, quote unquote
mm,
trained, or I should say conditioned.
I would trust a hippo that I'd raise more than I'd trust a tiger that I raise. I feel like there's always gonna be that one time that I just trip it just just the wrong way, you know. It just
Definitely not raising a tiger as a pet. I might like do one of the adoption things where you gotta like make sure that it's okay and then let it go. I might do
mm,
something like that.
or as a security measure for our cult.
Yeah, and that way around our compound we can just have a bunch of shit ton of Roman tigers, and the added bonus of we really don't have to worry about getting mauled because let's face it, they're still imprinted on us.
Yeah, but it'd be like, I mean, I'm sure there'd be a follower now and then that just kind of disappears.
Hey,
But that's just the way, is it?
they're on a personal journey that they it's gonna, to be honest,
Yeah, the tigers themselves are individuals too.
they they do come back, but I'm gonna do the thing that I usually do when like an animal runs away, just completely and utterly ignore the fact that they're gone and just they're gonna they're just on a journey. They're gonna be back, and that's all I try to think of, and I don't try to think of anything else, because there's always them thoughts when they get away of them getting hurt or them something, and then yeah, then once that thought gets in, and I'm like, oh god damn it, what if they're like wondering why my owner isn't coming? Like my owner is usually here. It's usually there for me, and now I need my owner, and they're not here. Why are they not here? Why if they're having that thought crosses my mind, that really fucking gets to me. Like god damn it.
Oh yeah, more day.
And it's like I want to be where you are. You ran away. You ran away. Hey, I can't do nothing when you leave my grasp. Yeah, you're on a leash, but I can't. I can only do so much if you run away with the leash. Then you're putting yourself in more danger. That's even more dangerous because the leash can get caught on something. Don't be doing that.
Releasing the cultists now.
Oh, we're gonna have to leash some of them. We're gonna have to leash some of them.
Yeah. I
Let's
mean,
face
yeah.
it. It's some of them are gonna want to be leashed. Some of them that's gonna be their individual, and we're just gonna have to accept it. Some of them are gonna want to be, and it's gonna be weird too, because some of them are gonna be the weird sexual ones that have the collar around their neck. But then there's gonna be the weird weirdos that's no sexual, like they just want the safety, they just want the feel, like the safety feeling of the harness on them, really. So they
They were
want the
raised
harness.
as a leash child. I never left the leash. At this point, it's a lifestyle choice. I just imagine him as like a giant burly guy
I
with a little
uh,
harness.
I'm picturing the guy being as big as the fish carrying Patrick.
Yes. A tiny like thin leash.
Yes. Uh, even where you gotta have one of those very thin ones that you can press the button and it like
Oh
retracts.
yes, and it could stretch out. Yeah, because sometimes you give him a little bit of room. You're like, all right, here.
but but you always
We gotta be
always
ready.
gotta do you do the dick move of pressing the button so they jerk back real fast.
No, if I think of like maybe like the 3 or 4 instances I saw leash kids, I feel like I've always seen them wipe out, but leash kids never cry. They always just get right back up. They swing around like a crazy dog.
Let's face it, it's the perfect case of treating a human like an animal. They're gonna divulge to being an animal.
Or that's the fact that they're wiping out that much is why they're on the leash.
No, I hate to admit it. Most of the time, the reason why they're on the leash is their parent is too lazy and don't want to deal with their child. And
There is an
they're
instance of those types of kids that like they have impulse control issues and they will just run
they
out into
don't
the
know.
street
There
every
isn't
time.
a single kid. No, you know,
Impulse controls are a thing. Yeah.
Are you devil advocating for fucking leashing children?
I'm not. I'm just saying for if a specific instance where a doctor would be like, "There's an actual issue that your child is putting themselves at danger, just like running towards a dangerous thing and getting hurt every time." Sometimes you gotta put the helmet on. I'm sorry.
You just at that point you just put them in the bubble. You just put them in the bubble. You just bubble boil. You just bubble boil them at that point. You just bubble boil them. Don't do that to them. If you're gonna embarrass them, you go the extreme. You
I mean, I'm
them the
talking
bubble
about
pussy.
it's at a point when maybe I don't know. I'm talking about a very
Fucking
different. I'm not talking about every
bubble.
leash kid. I'm talking about there's a certain type of just like they're real hyper.
Medical bubbles are
I don't know.
fucking medical bubbles. They don't pop. They don't pop. They're very safety oriented, and the kid will fucking enjoy. It'll be like putting your kid in a hamster ball. What's the downside to this? They don't wipe
I'm
out
just
as much,
saying
and
there
they do enjoy
exists
it.
kids that
And you don't
will
put them on a
multiple
fucking.
times stick a
It's
fork
it's
into a
not like
socket
putting
and
a
still
pin.
not learn.
It's not putting. That's why we're putting them in the bubble. We're putting them in a bubble. They'll
Yeah.
be fine. They'll be fine in a bubble. Just let them have the bubble. That way they can run around and bump into each other and everything and act like fucking little idiots instead of like rabid dogs on a fucking leash going.
I'm just saying I'm not gonna knock I'm not gonna knock a parent for using a leash until I know that kid because I feel like it's a situation when it's like you take that leash off and it's like you're free and that kid just bolts into like off of like some type of ledge or like off of like a 4-story building or something. You're like, oh, that's why the kid was unleashed. And so you gotta know the story first. There might be a reason. I'm gonna say I'm not for. I feel like that should be a last ditch effort.
All I'm stating is I know for a fact the leash is the reason why the little bastard is barking at me, and I shouldn't have to kick the little bastard for barking at me. Don't put him on the leash. Don't put him. He won't bark at me if you don't put him on a fucking leash. You do something different. Do something different.
I don't know. I feel like if he has to be on a leash, you can't leave it at home.
You know what? There is a method. There is a method to this. There is a tried and true method that can solve all of this. It's a ancient. I'm gonna pass this out. Yeah, yeah. You know, I am channeling the parent in me. This is some ancient parent knowledge. Hold the kid's hand. Oh shit!
But that would make him gay.
You can't fucking be like, oh, but then I don't have a fucking. First of all, if you're tying the leash to your belt loop or any fucking thing, there's no goddamn point. They're gonna break off the fucking leash and they're gonna just run around the fucking store with the harness and leash on them anyway. They don't give a fuck. So you're holding the leash. I know you're already holding the leash. Take away.
Yeah, that's the point. Just fucking carry the kid.
And hold the hand, god damn it. Hold that kid's hand. And if when they go do the jerk, you do the try and true. You jerk them back real fast and you point in their fucking face and you go, you fucking do that shit again, I'll fuck you up in public. And you know what? Guess what? 9 times out of 10, the kid ain't gonna try you. If the kid tries you, you're just gonna have to fucking take a little lesson from the Boondocks grandpa and just whip that goddamn ass in public. Just tear that ass up. If they dare try to break from your hand again. And if after you tear their ass up, if they try to do that, you squeeze their hand every time because they're gonna start real slow. They're gonna start, but they're gonna get louder and louder. They're gonna afterwards. You just squeeze that hand and it'll shut them up real good. And that's all you gotta do. There you go. That's how it's worked for generations. It'll work for generations more. Don't break the cycle. That's one cycle I am advocating for. Beating your kids in public.
Well, I don't know about that.
hey, beat your kids in public if they act up too much. Fuck it. They deserve the lesson. It's a lesson they need to learn. It's a lesson they obviously need to learn. It's better that the parents be doing it than some stranger.
True. Unless they turn out to be like Albert Fish. Then that's something you can't stop.
I'm not saying hit the kid in the head. We all know the Smokey trifecta. If the kid is if you make the kid feel unwanted.
Well, you also got boners from getting spanked by the nuns.
Yeah, but he still had the trifecta. His parents made him feel unwanted. They tried and true head injury, and he had he got hard when he got spanked by the nuns. Weird behavior. Smokey trifecta. Oh.
I mean, if I was spanked by some nuns.
It depends on the nun. It depends on the nun. If it's
I don't know. It might just be the audacity of the nun.
No, it depends. I have to feel the nun is corruptible. How about that? If the nun feels corruptible, then I'll enjoy it.
I get it up, and nun.
If I feel like the nun's trying to convert me by beating the fuck
Let
out
him
of
know
me,
I'm not a hole in my hell.
No, I don't want to feel like someone. I don't want somebody like telling.
Are you saying nuns have no fun?
No, nuns have fun. It just that
They just have their fathers and sons.
It's nuns.
I give them hell.
Have fun. Nuns have fun. I stop trying to do that.
That's my whole bit. Tell me not to do it.
You're making me seem not groovy though. Hey, when all I'm trying to say is
It's nothing groovy. I'm just thinking of the context of that song.
And I'm trying to point out I would like to get whipped by a nun that enjoys whipping me. That's not doing it to make me repent. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I was trying to say. You going busting out lyrics.
I never fail. Your boy finished it.
Oh. I was what's that fucking meme song again? I never miss. What's that?
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss. I never miss. Yeah. You remember that? Hit or
You got a
miss.
boyfriend? No, you got a girlfriend. I bet she doesn't kiss. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You remember this?
It's all coming. It's all coming back. The cancer's coming back.
I still don't know. I still do not know if this is a cross-dresser or not.
I think it was. I think I remembered it getting confirmed. It wasn't.
Well,
Like they
shit.
came out and stuff.
Here's a 2.0. I haven't seen this one.
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet he doesn't kiss ya. Mwah, he go find another girl and he won't miss ya. He go spin and hit the dad like Wiz Khalifa.
It's the Flamingo song.
And it's not the same. It's not the same. It would have been better with the original. I mean, that's the original chick. That's obviously the original. The original chick. But it would have been. But I fucking hate short.
But I remember I did. It was confirmed that they were neither cross-dressing. They're not a femboy, and they weren't underage at the time either.
Good.
They're like, I think they're like 19 or 20 or something like that.
Good. Because let's face it. Everybody was mad at the video during.
People got confused.
Yes.
The internet got really confused, and it was like, we don't know what to do.
It's like the one time the internet got stumped.
There's warring factions of pointing fingers.
And no one even tried to really prove. I don't even remember anybody like trying to definitively prove. I just remember anytime you try to look it up, there'd be just swaths of the either side going, "No, it's not," and "Yes, it is. Everybody's gay for thinking it's not." It's like, godly. Can I just know? I just want to know. I don't even care that much because it's not even supposed to be my prerogative. But I just would like to know. Especially the underage thing. The underage thing really was getting to me. That was bothering me the most.
It's true.
But you best believe there's underage people doing that now, though.
Oh yeah.
And they're trying to look adult as possible, thanks to TikTok.
Thanks to the old TikTok.
TikTok's running the world. I will always state that. TikTok.
Click clock, tickety tock
is ruining the world. Oh, you remember this classic Vine? I've already played this one, but this is classic.
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
Hey, it's Riff Raff. You remember that one? You remember that?
That guy. Oh yeah. What it? It was so fast.
yeah, it's literally. Well, that's Vines for you. That was the beauty of fucking Vines. It was literally basically 7 seconds every video, but there
wasn't time to sexualize a child.
You could only say what your main goal was, and it better be blowing up and acting like you don't know nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's always the goal. I did not want to go to the fucking. We're getting into some old ones. I was wanting to go to the David Lynch on shooting in digital.
Shooting in digital. Huh. I don't
Shooting
remember
on
putting that.
digital, or I think you put it on. It was either you or me. It was either you or me. I'm going to assume it was me. And the only reason why I did because of David Lynch fucking telephone.
They got digital, Coop.
Fucking where is it? Fucking for fuck's sake, where?
I'm shooting this movie on my fucking phone.
Here it is. Here it is.
I'm giving it a try.
On shooting in digital. This is what David Lynch thinks of it. I'm going to assume it's a rant. It's usually there's not
Is it a dead cat he found?
There's usually not a single coherent interview with this man.
You have any loose animal corpses that I can dip
I
in tar?
started shooting small things with DV for my website with the Sony PD-150 low-res DV. And I started
Legendary
kind
here.
of falling in love with this camera. And when I first started what later became Inland Empire, I would get ideas for say, just one scene. And not knowing if it was going to go any further, I started shooting with this camera. And so when more and more came, I stuck with that camera. However, I fell in love with shooting with this small camera, with automatic focus, with 40-minute takes, lightweight, seeing exactly what you get, smaller crew. It was so fantastic for me and for the scenes that I could never go back to film. I love Hollywood, and I think I'm not alone. I love the dream of it. I love the light there. I live there, and I love.
That's not even being like metaphorical or anything. He's being literal. He just loves the lighting.
Yeah.
He's got great lighting.
Like that at any time I could fucking open my window and it's daytime, basically.
Yeah. Oh, except for now, they're actually flooding. I love how they're in a drought, but the second they get rain, they end up flooding and they can't handle it. It's like, the fuck's wrong with y'all? Get it together.
Should be slurping that water up. It should be on the ground like a bunch of sucker fish.
Like, you should have planned for this. You should have planned for this. It was bound
It's like
to
when
happen.
It's like when Atlanta got like that, like a foot, like a little bit more than a foot of snow. Just
Yeah,
completely like shut down.
Yeah, for like a week.
Like people stranded on the roads, like unable to fucking.
Fucking people were literally fucking taking table salt and just fucking just as much as possible. Which, it is possible. You can put like table salt on your porch and everything. It's good to do that so your porch step doesn't freeze over. But they were legit just taking it and putting it on the roads. I remember fucking them knocking on the door. It was the 3 days that I was left alone in it. Which was not a good thing. But yeah, I just remember someone knocking on my door and going, "We need more table salt."
Bruh.
Like, it's like, you didn't even ask me.
It's like, hey, you ever heard of ice ice salt. The salt stuff that's made for the ice.
Fucking, I'm going to assume they were asking for some. They're asking for a salt that we were bound. There was no way we.
I wouldn't be surprised if at the time there was like some type of weird ban on that too, because I know it's somewhat controversial because it's not exactly great for the environment of like that the type of ice salt, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if it gets it on, if you ever like had some of it like get in your shoe and stuff, it like burns your skin a little bit.
Yeah. No, I've never had to deal with the ice salt directly, thankfully. Fucking, but
Mm.
yeah.
People make it
No,
sound like it's way worse. They're like, people make it sound like it's super dangerous, but it's like it's definitely semi-dangerous. You don't want it wet
now.
like directly on your skin because then
Now,
it'll start
fucking,
like
I don't know if it's all area
dissolving.
in Georgia, but now it's like if there's a hint of snow, their salt trucks are fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm. And fucking if they even if they don't like a couple feet ain't gonna stop anybody from going anywhere. Most people have a lot of people have four-wheel drive too, especially the four-wheel drive people. So they always end up getting fucking stuck when they get too cocky if it's like a real bad fucking
Not here.
storm.
Not here though. Not here. It's very it was actually a shit ton of people getting caught. There are so many fucking people. I know I probably shouldn't have been doing it, but there's like just huge groups of people freezing their ass off. It's like, I come inside while you wait for the tow truck or something. No, freeze your ass off. Okay.
Oh yeah, and that one house.
Yeah, it was like I felt uncomfortable doing it, but it was just so cold. I was like, I to be honest, I would be upset if they're upset that I'm doing this.
Mm. Oh no, they wouldn't have been. Seems like something they do.
Like I'm just trying to be fucking helpful. People are freezing to death out here. People are literally freezing to fucking death. Because everybody trying to get to their house before it became an issue.
Dang.
Oh man. Let's keep.
The feel of it. And I always say, when you're there in LA, on some nights in the summer, maybe the spring, this night jasmine smell comes. And sometimes there's a wind, and you can feel the golden age of Hollywood in the air. And it's pretty magical. And there's big studios, big sound stages. And I love these big sound stages.
Don't fucking tell me the fucking goddamn quality. It's at 360p. What the fuck, YouTube? It's not even doing
Dang.
1080. And you can't
Come
load.
on.
You know what? Because you're fucking already fucking up, I'm forcing you to go 1080. If you're gonna do this, at least do
Oh
it at
shit.
1080.
Oh
At least do it at 1080.
Factories for making cinema. So there's, and then there's a star system and all this, going on. It's all kind of part of this dream. There's a lot wrong with it, but that part is a big lure to people. Laura Dern is one of the all-time great actresses. She could play anything, and she's just so, like I say, a great actress makes it real from a deep place. And Laura.
It's very rare that I see him so positive.
Mhm.
Like this is very rare side of David Lynch for me. Usually I'm seeing the unhinged, really aggressive, just kind of like, how are you even a functioning human being, David Lynch?
Either him ranting about people watching movies on their phone or watching a cat dissolve and dipping it in tar.
I seen more than that though. There's more crazy. Like, this dude's fucking insane. This guy's insane.
This is pretty normal to me.
Okay.
A little eccentric. He's what we call eccentric.
Can do that. And she's like family to me. I've known her since Blue Velvet. And I mean, I've known a lot of people longer, but they're not like so much family. I don't know what it is. We've got a connection. But I hadn't seen her for a long time.
Oh yeah, we can do that tomorrow.
But she came, walking down my street one day announcing that she was my new neighbor. And this meeting started Inland Empire.
Inland Empire is a series I know nothing about that.
You get a lot of ideas. In a day you can get a lot of ideas, but you don't get an idea, but rarely that you fall in love with, deeply in love with. And when that day comes, it's a beautiful day. And so you fall in love with this idea, and you fall in love with it also for what you see cinema could do to it. And so then you translate that idea to cinema. And so there's so much that can go wrong.
He's probably not. It's probably just like a nervous tick that he has when he's getting filmed. But I wouldn't, because his eyes are like really twitchy. I wouldn't be surprised if he sees something in front of him that he's fucking with with his hand, right here. I'm being genuine.
It's because he's a fucking mage. He fucking sees what we can't see.
He's insane, man. He's fucking insane. I'm gonna put that out there. Like, just because I'm saying he's insane doesn't mean that it wouldn't prove that he's to be honest, most insane people are the most creative.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, like, just how twitchy his eyes are, and just like he's not letting up with that hand. It's more, it's like, again, it's probably just a nervous tick. But I just haven't seen him do that. It's like it's definitely like he's fucking with something in his own brain. Like, something is there that we can't see, but he can.
Yeah.
He's got a very this pause also gave him like a very worried look too.
I think that's his default most of the time.
And it's not quite right. You're checking the idea and you're going like that. And you're trying to get all these elements to feel correct based on the idea. So when it finally feels correct to you, then you hope it feels correct to others. I always say the same thing, but when it gets abstract, stories can hold abstractions. Cinema can say abstractions. When it gets abstract, there's many, many interpretations. But you can never, I don't think, make a film for some, abstract audience. The world's changing all the time. You'd go nuts. People for sure try, but it's filled with surprises. Well, I only did.
That's why my advice is make content you want to see yourself. Make it for yourself.
That's definitely what he does. What he tries to do anyway.
Sure. Like, of course, there's always going to be limitations when you're dealing with like making massive projects like movies and stuff. But go for your vision that you want to enjoy. Fuck everybody else. If people don't enjoy it, oh well. At least you get to enjoy it. At least not only will you get to enjoy the product, but you'll get to enjoy crafting the product, and there'll be a much more deep personal connection as well when it's for yourself and not for entertaining the masses.
See, this is why I argue that David Lynch is super sane.
I wouldn't say he's sane, but I definitely would. He definitely is a well enough uh, director to where
Super
he
sick.
makes people he makes things that he wants to see. It's definitely his vision and his entertainment.
Remember that bullshit power that they put on Joker, and they're like, he's actually super sane. He actually is more sane than anybody in the fucking.
Who? Yeah, when was that? What was that again? What was that fucking comic
I
book run?
forget.
I
'Cause
know it's retcon now
it's
though.
it, it's whenever they had it so where he's like can break the fourth wall, and it's like it's canonical because he can actually see you, the comic book reader,
Oh, isn't that
because he's the
interesting?
fucking Joker, baby.
The Joker baby.
I went out
Oh,
with
I
a
got the
cow
scar.
and a placard for Laura Dern. And it was, you know, a necessity because I didn't have the money to buy ads in the trades, which are super expensive. The trades are filled with these ads, and you begin to wonder: is that money really? If someone going to see a picture and change their vote? And I don't think so. But they're not necessarily going to change their vote if they see me with a cow either. But it brings awareness, and it brought awareness. But still, Laura didn't get a nomination. Very rarely, but I always say I love the dream logic. Cinema can say a dream logic, which is an abstraction. It can say things that are difficult to say in words, just like
How I wonder what he means by dream logic. Does he mean
I
he likes
mm,
the fact that cinema is fanciful enough to be dreamlike, where like you can do anything in a dream, and that's cinema, or does he mean that weird trope where the movie could be a dream and shit like that? Because there's two kind of ways he could be talking here. He could be talking literal or
uh,
metaphorically. It's hard to
I think
say.
I feel like maybe he's talking about like maybe like in the way like how movies will explore like anything happening, but in a more
Yeah, that
like
would be the metaphorical sense. That would be the
in
metaphorical.
a more, but also like in like because what I know how he plays with things because he I know that in a couple movies he plays with kind of like that sense of like it's hard to tell if this is kind of like if you can interpret this as a dream or if this or something in a different realm or something like that. But he I mean in his music too,
I
he has
like
a
if he
very
does
like
like
large
oh,
obsession with
this is a
dream.
different timeline. I just don't like that. Oh, is this a dream trope, or was it a dream all along, or is it still a dream, or anything like that? I can't stand that.
I feel like from what I know of him, I think this is in more of like a like magic sense
Cause
and
I
like a
actually
esoteric sense
that
of
yeah
like
I could
of
get you,
style and theme
but
of atmosphere.
to explain why I hate the quote unquote dream trope is because it's always used to try to open up a dialogue of the movie. But I'm gonna ask like this: what can you say about the dream trope that hasn't been said, and what can you really say about the dream trope that merits any warrant like actual basis that it's warranted? Like besides, oh,
Hmm.
we can theorize if it's real or not. Like it's what it boils down to like all the time. Like
Hmm.
it just if you're gonna do that, at least leave it completely up in the air, completely like to where people like in Taxi Driver, they don't ever imply if it that the last sequence is a dream, or thing, but there is definitely enough there for the audience to imply that, to be like, oh
Yeah.
shit, that
I'll
it's
definitely tell you
I
that
like
there's
that.
never been a David Lynch thing where people just woke up and it was like, was that a dream? Like it was never like that. It doesn't. I'd say things are a little bit more complicated
But
than
yeah,
that.
that is that's one trope of one thing that we will be reviewing later on that I can't say anything on right now. It just but yeah, something with the dream trope kind of occurs, and it's why we need to talk about it, but you won't fucking watch it. Nonetheless, let's
Who,
move
me?
on.
When you
Watch
have a
what?
dream, so much understanding for you, but when you try to tell your friend,
Now I'm lost.
it's very difficult to say in words something that would give your friend the same experience you had. So,
What
but
is it, Seven Deadly
cinema can
Sins?
be the dream, can give that thing. Still, there's different interpretations.
You open up a can of worms that I'm not letting you open. You stop with the you stop you see that can opening in your hands. Put it the fuck down. Put the can opener down. Fucking stop worrying about it. Don't worry about it. If you can't, if it didn't come to you right away, that's a good thing. That's a fucking good thing. It's a good thing. You would be super fucking pissed at me. Let's keep going.
I was making sure it wasn't Twin Peaks.
No, hell no. It would never be Twin Peaks. I ain't watching Twin Peaks without you.
Making sure.
There's something we have to watch, though. There's something we have to fucking watch. There's something we have to fucking
That
watch.
apparently that I can't know the existence of.
No, you know the existence of it, but you can't know what I'm referring to, because then you'll be like, oh, okay, now I'm gonna be looking out for this, thanks, man. And I'm gonna be like, I tried to fucking, I was doing, I tried to correct it, but you wouldn't let me, and I'm not letting it happen. I'm fumbling it, but it's still, the ball's in my court. Don't worry about it. We'll watch it soon. I'll force us to watch it soon.
What in the goddamn? Velma?
Fuck no, we already watched Velma.
Is it a jackal?
Jekyll.
A jackal. It's a jackal.
Jekyll.
It's a jack.
Did you see a Jekyll video on the screen? Because I didn't
No,
see it.
I was just referencing Family Guy.
Gotcha. I didn't know. I was just making sure. Making sure.
I wouldn't be
Ooh.
surprised if there's a jackal on there. Then. Might have put a jackal.
But, let's, how long have we been going?
Leave me on a goddamn fucking cock teaser. Leaving.
Now,
Keeping information from me. You know what? I'm tucking. You know what? Spooge remembered that.
Damn it. Now, yeah, we gotta start watching. Now we gotta start watching Atlanta. You kept on. Now we gotta start watching Atlanta.
Oh yeah. Why would you be mad about Atlanta? I love Atlanta.
Because what I was starting to discuss it. I almost started to discuss it. I got super fucking close to discussing Atlanta, but I caught myself. So I saved it. I fucking saved it. We're watching it now. We're gonna. That's another review that's coming up. We got plenty of reviews in the pocket. We got plenty of time. With it, I don't mind watching 2-3 episodes a night. Get fucking through it. We'll start from
Tomorrow I want to get Blue Velvet done, but then we'll immediately spree Atlanta.
Yeah, we'll do Blue Velvet, and I believe that will put us at 3 weeks. We'll have 3 weeks to get the Atlanta done, and if it doesn't happen, we'll do like a movie between then. But yeah,
Oh shit.
after the Blue Velvet review should be the Atlanta review for people listening.
You boy.
But yeah, I've been wanting to fucking talk about that goddamn TV show since it fucking ended. It's over. I should be able
I
to
know. I
fucking
just.
talk about it. I can't fucking talk about it.
I just.
Needing to watch it.
I have to have a setting.
It
I've been too
literally
stressed.
Been mandatory. It has been mandatory.
I've been too stressed.
It's like the only fucking Tory thing you had for the channel, and you refused to do it.
It's because I know. It's because I know I'll spree it. It's because I know I'm gonna spree it, and then but I don't have enough time to spree it. I only ever have enough time to watch the Mando at 2 in the morning.
You should have did it like the rest of us. You should have did it like the rest of us. You should have watched it as it came out. It aired. They put it on Hulu right after it aired. You had no excuse. You had no fucking excuse. To the point where I would even tell you, hey, me and my dad's gotta watch the new Atlanta show. You could have just been like, oh shit, I'm gonna watch it right now too. You could have done that because
I didn't have enough time.
Like, I don't want to hear that you've had plenty of time. It's only 10 episodes. It's only 10 episodes in the 4th season.
But I have to set the mood.
How do you not
Get my
have a
snacks.
mood for Atlanta?
It's really good, and I don't want to. I just there's something that kept me from burning through it.
You wouldn't have burned through it though.
Also, I think I was also kind of waiting to see if Berta was ever gonna catch up on it too. But I don't know. I don't know. I've been looking at other things.
I've been needing to talk about Atlanta for the longest fucking time. I can't even remember, when did season fucking 4 come out? It's been a shit ton. It's been a while since season 4 of Atlanta came out.
I've been making my way to it.
I'm fucking, I'm making it. I'm fucking forcing it. You're forcing my hand.
I mean, it's definitely happening now. It has a time frame, but I'm saying I was making my way to it.
Fucking, you're right. Yeah, fucking right. Okay, yeah, it did come out last year. It did come out fucking September of last year. So it ain't been.
It's been a busy year. It's been a busy year.
Yeah, the fucking don't give me that shit. Don't give me. It's 10 episodes. 10 episodes.
I'm grieving.
You can't pull that card. All of that shit literally happened before any. You can't even pull Jason David Frank because Atlanta was over November 10th. Can't even pull that card. Don't even give me that. You had plenty of fucking time. The only reason why I'm so butthurt is because I've been every fucking time I want to talk about Atlanta, it's, oh, we can't talk about Atlanta, I haven't watched it yet. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm getting to it.
There's a point where I think you just like fucking irritating me. Like, there's so many fucking times where I've wanted to talk about Atlanta, but guess what? I haven't been able to talk about Atlanta.
Little did you know, I was co-writer of fucking season 4, and I've already seen it. But I am just fucking with you.
Then fucking tell me, what's the final scene? What's the final fucking scene? What's the last fucking scene? Because you would fucking know if you watched Atlanta, because the last scene is fucking, goddamn it, I'm getting into it, you son of a bitch. You trying to trick me. You trick me. You fucking fucking try. I was literally.
Ernie
about
flicks his
to-
bean and squirts various fluids.
I was about to fucking go into it because it's that fucking. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. I want to talk about Atlanta so fucking badly. I can't even make a green screen video about it. I couldn't even make a fucking because it would be spoilers. It would be spoilers for you.
I mean, you could make your green screen episode thing, and then I would just watch it like when I watch after I watch the Atlanta.
To be honest, it'd probably just be this. It'd be this the whole time, just me complaining about how I couldn't fucking talk about goddamn Atlanta because fucking people don't want to watch Atlanta.
Certain people. Parentheses. But in this context, the parentheses are for spooges.
Fuck. I have been dying to talk about fucking Atlanta. Oh man.
Hey, you ever watch The Wire?
Fuck no. Now I just want to talk about Atlanta. I don't want to fucking do anything else but talk about Atlanta. It's aggravating.
Man, too bad we already watched the Fight Club a minute hour, because then I could have segued into, but why is nobody talking about Fight Club?
Man. Fucking we do need a closer. We do need a closer. How long has it been? How long have I been
Do
ranting? Yeah.
you have a little animated thing?
We've been doing 2. We've been doing 2 minutes. 2 hours. I mean, 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
I think we've been doing 4 hours total.
Yeah.
We're gonna round up, do the long outro, but we need I think we need a good closer. What would be a good closer?
Executive Science. We haven't read that one yet. It's kind of a sequel to BIM. I mean, there's references to BIM Star. To vote BIM Star.
Fucking.
That's back at the minute hours.
That's a bit of a
Executive
long one.
Science. Oh yeah, it
Bit of
is.
a long one. Let's see here. What do we got here? Do we got a little short video that we can take off of here? Do we got a throwaway that we have on here? Surely we got a throwaway. Large growling fish. How about that?
Large growling fish.
Let's see. If this doesn't feel suffice enough, we'll find something else.
After a struggle of nearly half an hour, I have the better of it.
Of course. Fucking YouTube. Come on, man. Come on. I just want to watch the growling fish. I just want to watch the growling fish. Why can't I watch the growling fish?
There it is, that's the fish, there's the fish, there's the fish. It's a Piraiba.
Now that's a fish.
Here we go. This is the one I wanted. This is the Piraiba, the real monster of the Amazon. Fish is growling at me. Oh, big old mouth on there. Heavy, heavy fish. I can hardly hold this up. My arms are pretty shot anyway. No, I can feel the fish flexing. It's about to kick. Whoa. Oops. And this is the one that people say, when it gets big enough, it goes after people as well. Looks a bit like a shark, and it has a reputation to match. This is a big one, but they do go bigger. This one, I don't know, possibly about 80 pounds. I mean, you know, this is a man-sized fish, but they go bigger than man-sized. They go a size big enough to swallow a man. And a streamline fish. Smooth skin, no scales. Most catfish are pretty slobby. They mope around on muddy bottoms. But this is a fish of fairly fast current. And I can just feel that muscle flexing. That's a lovely, lovely result. And am I tired? Am I tired? What I've got to do, though, is remember that the fish is as tired as I am. So, although I want to admire it out of the water, I've got to get it back and think of the fish's recovery as well.
There's something about its face in that sound.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, that was a good closer. That was a good closer. I enjoyed that. To be honest, I think that's it's kind of forcing us to do this one.
Oh. Yep. Might as well. Segued itself and then YouTube said no. YouTube's toying with us.
Let us fucking watch E.T. Let's watch E.T. practice his vocalizations, you bastard. You interrupting E.T. You assholes.
Roar. Talk. Growl. Sputter. Whistle.
Oh God.
I like how the zookeeper made a little tiny noise herself at the end there. Fucking, that's also a keeper. That's also a fucking keeper. No, not Hoover the seal.
That's the full thing, man. We'll be trapped here forever.
Fucking. Oh man. Alright. I think that's the relaxed talk for tonight, guys. Everybody.
Also, I want to last comment. I like how walruses look like they have like severe glaucoma and really need like the blaze one real bad because their eyes always look like they're about to pop out of their heads.
Yeah. Oh man. Alright, well, it is time for the outro. So I am going to I am going to mute me. So this will be a bye-bye for me.
And you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Bye-bye.
Bye, bitch.
I'm a weirdo? Yeah. Why do I have a picture of his asshole if I'm a weirdo?
Because the reptilians essentially are just parasites. Like they just go from place to place, suck up all the bad juju, it's like suck up everything that they can.
And what do they do with the energy?
They are evil.
You are self-consumed, no talent, mediocre piece of shit.
Oh no,
vodka, baby.
In 1975, I walked Bob Dylan up on stage. Who the fuck are you? I knew the Grateful Dead from 1966. Who the fuck are you? You nothing. You nothing. You are nothing. And you will never be anything. Never. How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you?
You miserable, mediocre nothing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Accuser of the fucking brethren, you motherfucker!
Say you're a good dog.
Motherfucker!
Give the guests a juicy slice. Hot drinks really get you going. Warmed you up when you feel you're slowing. Wendy's, we always serve it right away. And a smile and have a nice day.
No, no, don't drink the Jesus juice, Macaulay Culkin. You're going to get raped. You're going to get raped. Thank goodness for AIDS.
Knives are also bad. It's just about sundown, and the following is a mandatory government order.